Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and we are here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park to qualify for race number 10 in season number 3 of the NOFSRL ARCA Racing Series, presented by Krispy Kreme. We only have ourselves 4 races left until we crown a champion 3 weeks from now at Talladega. We're ready to get it all fired up here at the Indianapolis Raceway Park, racing tomorrow night on Friday night for the DuPont Air Filtration 200. 40 laps of action around the 0.686 mile speedway, just to the west of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it will be the last short track race of the season, as the next races are Kentucky, Kansas, and Talladega. So, it'll be interesting to see how these guys do. Colton Yeo, first driver out there in the number 5, 23.381 right now for him. In the point standings, Lauren Martinez is still the points leader. She has 209 points towards the championship, the only driver to have over 200 points coming into this event. She drives the number 46 right there, defending winner of this race. I believe is in the field. I can't quite remember who it was. No, actually, he's not. It was Daniel Bouchard who won this thing last year, and he's not in this series for 2018. So, I'm wrong about that. But I do remember who won this race last year, and that was Daniel Bouchard. This is one of the crazier races. It's a lot like Toledo. Very similar to Toledo. We get a decent amount of cautions here, and the restarts are very critical towards who gets the win. So you're definitely going to want to watch out for these guys, because they tend to overshoot these corners, and as you can see, they don't run on the inside here. They run midway up the racetrack, and sometimes they hit that outside wall. Of course, if you've seen races here before on my channel, you know what I'm talking about. And it's definitely going to be fascinating to see how it affects the rest of this event, because these guys can get kind of tight through the corner. Now, I say that all the time. I really don't know what else to say about this race. All I know is that the points are very tight, and I think we should probably focus on that. Lauren Martinez still with a 12-point lead, now over Julius Anderson. Now, Julius Anderson climbed up 8 spots at the Pocono Raceway in that, complete mess of an event there at Pocono. Fisher G is only 13 points behind. The defending race winner here in the ARCA Series got the win at Pocono last weekend. He's only 13 points behind. Nick Kennedy and Matthew Phillips are both 14 points behind, and Richard Kinghart 16 points behind, and Derek Campbell 19 points behind. It is very tight for the top few positions in points, and one little slip up by Lauren Martinez could cause one of those guys to take the points lead heading in the 3 races left in the schedule. And the next 3 races are definitely races that could shift things around quite a bit. And Kentucky gets a lot of passing. Kansas not as much, but Talladega definitely, as the finale, is going to be one to watch for, no question about that. Colton Yeo, he was the first guy out there, and he's right now the fastest guy, with Juan Garcia second, and then the 10. Julio Cesar to the top of the board. Great lap for him, and you can see right here, Stapleton in the outside wall. We're going to see a bit of that in tomorrow night's event. Says you're going to head down the pit lane because of the damage he accumulated from that. Tuji Yarmachuk is now in the second position. He is second fastest. It's still Caesar fastest. Ace Garcia third. Then it's Colton Yeo and Ryan Kinghart, and now the 28 machine to the top of the board. Isaac Redman. We really haven't talked about Isaac Redman too much this season, but he might just get the victory because passing here is a little difficult. Ryan Kinghart just took the pole position away from him. That's really good for Ryan Kinghart, only 16 points off of Lauren Martinez coming into this event. A very good opportunity for him to possibly take the points lead heading into Kentucky next weekend. So we'll have to see if it's going to be Kinghart. Probably add about 30 more seconds after this, and then maybe 30 more. I think we still got about a minute left in this session after this, but looks like Ryan Kinghart might get it done, and he got it on 1/1000th of a second ahead of Isaac Redman for the top position. Then it's Julio Cesar. Adam Pinchon is 4th. Great run for him, and just as I say that, Trey Wright comes in and takes that 4th position away. But Pinchon's now 5th. Jonathan Wong, Tuji Yarmachuk is there, the 25. Jack Cabarrus now to 7th. Juan Garcia up to 4th. Then it's Redmond in 8th. Jonathan Wong in 9th, and then Tuji Armachuk in 10th, but it is still, sorry, not Redman in 8th, that is Jack Cabarrus in 8th, but it is still Isaac Redman, and Redman has actually beaten the 66 off again, and I think that number 28 is going to grab the pole. And Isaac Redman, the clock will run out, and he'll get it at IRP. Redman will lead the field to the green flag for tomorrow night's DuPont Air Filtration 200 from the Lucas Oil Raceway. Ryan Kingart will start second alongside him. Julio Cesar, Juan Garcia, and Julius Anderson tied. Anderson will get the 4th starting position with that. Another tie between Tuji Armachuk and Ace Garcia. I believe Ace Garcia has it on the 54 in the point standings for that one. Take a look at the rest of the results, see if there are any other ties, and there are not. Everybody got a time in, and that is how they will line up for tomorrow's 40-lap event here from the Indianapolis Raceway Park. Now let's head to Texas World to qualify for the BC Rich Guitars 250 in the Turkey Hill Truck Series race number 10 for those guys over in College Station. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is qualifying for race number 10 in season number 5 of the NOFSRL Turkey Hill Truck Series. We are here at the Texas World Speedway, old historical racetrack in College Station, Texas. And we're going to have ourselves a doozy of a race Saturday morning, 25 laps of action in the BC Rich Guitars 250, and I like to consider this event the crown jewel event of the Turkey Hill Truck Series. No other series on Napa Fan ever goes to Texas World anymore except for the trucks, and it is a 250-mile race, of course, shortened to 20% of that length, which means it's one of the longest races of the season. It's a pack race. It's just like Daytona or Talladega. We get some crazy wrecks sometimes, we get some close finishes, and it's anybody's game when you come to Texas World. A little bit different than, say, Iowa was a couple weeks ago, or Bristol will be on Wednesday. But either way, we're here, and we're ready to set the starting lineup for Saturday morning's 25-lap event around this 2-mile racetrack in College Station, Texas. Sebastian Kukulon, first driver out there on the racetrack in the number 24. He got the win at Daytona at the beginning of the season, but since then, it has been a very struggling season. However, last weekend, he got a second-place finish at Armory Digital, so working out pretty well for him as of late, but the season itself has not been the greatest. Coming into this event, our last winner in the Turkey Hill Truck Series, Andrew Ross, who got that win in that, I guess you can say, 12-lap race we had at Armory Digital, holds it by 5 points ahead of John Arndt. This is his hometown race. John Arndt's been doing excellent this season. I'm sure he'd love to get the victory in this one and shoot himself back to the points lead. His teammate, Audra Baranowskis, is only 7 points behind. Two-time winner this season, Roger Ray, is 22 points behind. How about Dale Salzman is now in the top 5 in points, 31 points behind, and Michael Canto is still up there in the 67, and he's up there right now as he is, well, he just lost a lot of ground because a lot of guys came through there. 5 of them, to be exact, and beat his time off. But either way, Michael Canto, 32 points behind. He's been doing pretty good in the points this season for that single-car team of North State Racing. We'll follow with the big packs, and this is practically a super speedway, just without the restrictor plates. I don't believe they break through the corners. I think we're all out throughout the entire racetrack, which makes this place very, very interesting. These guys in the trucks physics, they pass like crazy. When we had the Cup Series come here a couple of seasons, they did not pass at all in the Cup cars. But for the trucks, they're passing every single lap, and you never know who's going to get the win until the finish of the event. Tristan Allen is now the fastest guy in town. He's got a 38.316. He's the fastest guy with Diego Yepes, Emily Anderson, the 65 of Matthew Brown, and the 36 Chicagoland winner, Jaden Scott. Then it's Michael Canto, Mark Davidson, John Arndt, Audra Baranowskis, and Sebastian Kukulon, the top 10. But this is definitely one of the fastest packs out here. A lot of these guys are in the top 10 already. Expect more of them to move their way in this time, including the 75 of Matt Delia, moved up to the 6th position. And Mark Davidson also improved his time. He's up to 7th. Michael Canto is now 8th with John Art and Johnny Gardner. The top 10 all under 39 seconds at the moment. The fastest guy is still Tristan Allen in the number 42. He got the win just a few hours up the road at Fort Worth, Texas, earlier in the season. He's trying to get the Texas sweep in the Turkey Hill Truck Series, winning the Carhartt 400K, which is also another 250-mile event, of course, shortened to 20%. And then this one, the BC Rich Guitars 250, James Scott, top of the board, Mark Davidson as well. Both defeat the 42's time. And now Jaden Scott is looking to get the pole here for the Texas World Race. And around, we got a wreck in qualifying. Yepez got spun off there as they were going 4 wide off of turn 2. And Tristan Allen, Mark Davidson all got caught up in that one. However, this will not affect their time. So, regardless of whether they wreck in qualifying or not, whatever their fastest time is in the qualifying session will stand, and as of now, Diego Yepez will still start in the 4th position for Saturday morning's race. And we might see a bit of that in Saturday morning's race as well. This place can definitely see a lot of wrecks, especially down the back straightaway. That 4-wide situation down there is definitely not a good place to have it. The Saturday lineup right now, Jaden Scott with the pole at the moment, Mark Davidson, Tristan Allen, Diego Yepez, Gatlin Downey, Emily Anderson, her teammate Matthew Brown, Matt Delio, Ryan Durrani, and the 98 of Johnny Gardner. The top 10 here in the BC Rich Guitars 250 qualifying session. Here's a group of guys right here, Joe Jefferson, Daniel McMillan, 5th in the points, Dale Salzman. How about the quiet season he's had to get himself where he is? You gotta think, we still have 8 races left to go in the season, including this one. So there is a lot of time left for guys like Salzman. Heck, I mean, he could take it away in one race, technically. And who knows if he gets a good, well, if he got a good starting position, because we're already done here from Texas World. That is how they will line up. Jaden Scott with the pole. Salzman starting 15th. You know, he could end up getting the win from that inside lane. But here, it's anybody's game. You never know who's going to get it done until the checkered flag flies. And, of course, I always take it back to Season 3 here when we had Eric Almenhart and I think it was Ryan Madden. I think. Might be wrong about that. But either way, we had a couple of guys who were coming to the checkered flag in the event. It was actually under yellow. It was a couple laps early. The wreck had already happened. A car came through turn number 3 in the grass down there by the apron, came back up the racetrack, and cleared out whoever it was Eric Almenhart was battling. I don't think it was Ryan Madden, but either way, Almenhart came on with the win, and he was that close to getting involved in the accident. So that was a crazy finish. Donovan Duthit's the defending race winner. He's not in this season, and only 33 drivers got a time in. So that's going to get very interesting for the rest of the field. They will be organized by points, and we should definitely let you guys know who those 3 guys were, because that's a significant amount of people right there who did not get a time in, but we will get those to you. They'll be organized by points in those final 3 positions for Saturday morning's BC Rich Guitars 250. Hopefully I'm not a lazy idiot, and I put it down right here for you right now on what those 3 drivers were. I should write them down on my paper, and then when I go to edit this all together, it should be right there for you. But either way, so the top 33 will line up. We'll figure out who those other guys are when we get to the race on Saturday morning. Of course, you guys have already seen it there on the screen, hopefully. And other than that, congratulations to Jaden Scott on winning the pole for the BC Rich Guitars 250 from Texas World. It's going to be a 25-lap event. So watch out. It's going to be crazy. That's all I got to tell you. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm going to give you a heads up. Tomorrow's ARCA race, I sound like crap because I had a cold and it was difficult to do that event. But I will feel a lot better for this truck race because I'm doing this a couple days later when I have recovered from that cold. So it should be a great event with me and Nathan Stapleton tomorrow, Friday morning for the BC Rich... Not Friday morning, Saturday morning for the BC Rich Guitars 250. Finals week is coming up here soon, guys, so please bear with me. That's all I gotta tell you. Thank you guys very much for watching. Congratulations to Jaden Scott, and I will see you guys later.